Today animation is often associated with cute drawn Disney films, computer animated blockbusters, and explosive video games. The word animation originates from Latin, but the animation itself has existed for thousands of years. The idea is simple: a series of pictures quickly followed by each other creates a moving image. But how has the animation developed in all these years, and how has it developed to become its own magic world? Iran, 3180 BC. A goblet showing a wild goat jumping up and down to eat leaves of a tree is made in Shah-e-Sokhte in Iran. When a goblet was discovered in the 1970s, this was the first example of a series of pictures which, seen in a specific order, creates a moving picture. Some experts claim ancient Egypt's hieroglyphs is a better example, but those are more like a cartoon-like written language. China, 180 AD. Although the Chinese are widely known as great warriors, they have also been among the greatest inventors of our world. Around 180 AD, the satrapy was invented. Images were painted inside a soup bowl invention, then a bowl could be spun around, and when a person looked into it, it looked like the paintings moved. This invention was so revolutionary that it was constantly improved. Today, cinema goers are actually experiencing a modern version of the satrapy. In the next few centuries, little would happen with the animation. Instead, those inventions which already existed were improved, or new versions of them were given status as standalone inventions. Itself was simple. Two pictures were placed on each side of a stick. Then a stick was quickly spun, which created a moving picture. The tomatopay later led to the invention of the flipbook. But the tomatopay was soon to be beaten by something more spectacular. The satrapy had been improved over the centuries, and as early as 1837 an early version of the projector was released in theaters. It was called Limelight. The invention was made by scientist Michael Faraday. Burning an oxygen-hydrogen flame on quicklime, the visual result was incredible compared to what existed at that time. Now the world was ready for the blockbusters, but animation still had to wait some years before hitting the movies. The United States, 1914. Winsor McCay releases his first animated film, Gertie the Dinosaur. Before the release, McCay had mostly worked on comic strips for newspapers. The comic strips had not gained him overwhelming popularity. However, after the release of his movie, the average person got his eyes up for animation. Later, Walt Disney was inspired by McCay when creating his own animated cartoons. The works of McCay led to the foundation of several animation studios across the states, but at first, almost every single one was located in New York. Although the increasing amount of studios led to a faster development of animation, most of the studios used much of their time and resources lawsuiting each other. It was not until Disney established his studio in California this development changed. Just because of Disney's huge success, most of the big movie and computer-related companies are located here today. Disney's success made the American animation famous, and from the late 1920s to the early 60s, this period has been called the Golden Age of American animation. Even today, characters created during this period are still popular and mainstream. The time slot between 1928 and the late 1960s has been known as a golden age in American animation because of the short cartoons that was released in American theaters with sound and music attached to the actual movie time.
I got a girl always late. Anytime we have a date, but I love her. I'm gonna ask her.
Characters from this period, like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck and Tom and Jerry among others, are still popular today. However, in the 60s, the short cartoons had to make room for the longer theatrical cartoon blockbusters. Some movie makers, like Dick Humor, created a lot of animated shorts before the 1960s, like Disney's recent Animations, one of many World War II propaganda cartoons. Today, Dick Humor and, once again, Disney has been seen as the fathers of today's longer animated movies.
Don't call my steward now! We will go on and do the job we've set out to do. And we'll do it right.
After America's golden age was over, a lot of other countries made animation famous. One of them was Czechoslovakia. The country made itself famous after creating series like The Two Good Neighbors. Other non-American series have also noted themselves internationally, even Norway's Flåklypa. Although classic animation is still loved by a lot of people, the masses now often regard computer animation as the real deal. While a lot has been improved and changed since Toy Story made its debut in 1995, most of the modern animation still lacks the same quality as the good old cartoons. The characters are often wooden-like and without the soul, often related to classic cartoon characters like Tom and Jerry, Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse. Still, we will always love animation for what it is, an art form. Millions of people, including myself, are excited of what the industry will come up with next, and while we wait, we still sit down enjoying the good old cartoons our loved ones showed to us when we were little.